Hello, fellow creatives, fellow freelancers, entrepreneurs, fellow graphic designers, artists, directors, remote working, gorgeous, gorgeous girls, and homeboys. How often do you realize the duration of time you've spent looking at screens? Or how much you've stayed seated within a day? Or even how much time is spent indoors, away from the sun or any element of nature?
I'm Nick and I'm a graphic designer from Toronto's outskirts, Brampton. What's up? As a creative freelancer, I find myself easily so dialed into work that hours can fly by without any movement or sunlight. Specifically in the summertime, I realize that I can grant myself non-traditional office hours and do my admin or research work in cute cafes in the countryside. On those days, I like to spend a couple hours somewhere along the Credit River, romanticizing my personal life and my self-discoveries and my ideas, and reflect on the experiences and emotions that I've had and lessons I might have learned or things that I want to learn. And I just have a solo picnic before I clock into the zone type of mindset in order to do my work. In this video, I'll be introducing myself a little more because it's my first video, so welcome to my page, welcome to my life, welcome to our new friendship, and I'll bring you along on a summer day in the life of a remote freelance graphic designer. You'll get to know me and hear some of my unfiltered thoughts. There are probably a lot of casually mentioned big topics talked about, so anything that you hear or want me to go more in detail on, I'm happy to do so. Just comment or connect with me and we can get that sorted, and yeah, maybe I'll address it in another video or something. Whatever, I'm new here, it's my first video. Anyways, come along with me in the butterflies and bees.
I forgot to bring bug spray, but one thing I didn't forget is the afterbite. At least if I get bit, I don't have to obsessively scratch myself. I actually hate the feeling of spraying all those harsh chemicals on my body, so I'm kind of happy that it didn't work out for me. But I hate getting bit up, and I genuinely scratch myself so hard that I literally destroy my skin and bleed so much every single time. And now I'm here.
Yay!
I'm here, and now it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter because I'm here now. This is why I come, and I don't care if I have bug spray or not.
I studied advertising and marketing communications in college and took that knowledge with me to a marketing agency as an account coordinator. School is where I was pleasantly introduced to graphic design. The agency is where I discovered that I was meant to be a creative. Shout out to Adam Elijah, the amazing creative director at the agency, who became a cool friend during my time there and started inviting me to brainstorming sessions with the strategy and the creative teams. I couldn't thank him more because going to those brainstorming sessions really opened doors that I didn't think were available to me because I was in accounts. So when I went to those creative sessions, I was the only accounts person at the creative brainstorms. It was an honor. I didn't take that lightly, and I had so much fun with it. They encouraged my ideas, my justification and insights on my ideas, and made me feel so valuable that it just gave me so much inspiration and such a big spark that I felt lit up for the rest of the week as an account coordinator when I was back to the regular part of my job. The sparks that I would get at these brainstorming sessions eventually led to me being clear on the fact that I was definitely meant to be in the creative role. So I'm incredibly thankful for Adam, because without him, I wouldn't realize how accessible this community was. So now that I'm more than halfway into my second year of freelancing full-time, I'm ready to expand into this world of content creation. So here I am. That's what brings me here today. So far, I've got good footing with branding. I really enjoy branding. It brings me a lot of joy because of the strategic storytelling involved and paired with visual designs of like logo suites and other branded assets, and develop a concept and develop that concept's personality and give that personality a face for consumers. And that it just brings me so much joy to breathe life into an idea that someone had, you know, like that's, I think design is like the coolest adult job, to be honest. Outside of graphic design, I am an artist, and I always have been. As long as I can remember, anywhere I've went, I always had a notebook and a pencil case on me. And art wasn't just like a channel of self-expression to me, like it is mostly. A lot of the time it was my favorite source of entertainment growing up. Just like all the road trips, like all the sporting events for my siblings and even myself, just like the tournaments, like writing, reading, or drawing, yeah. Writing, reading, or drawing. I never actually took any art classes ever, which I think in the latter of things has contributed to a deep, deep sense of imposter syndrome. Creatives get the collective pain of imposter syndrome. I also grew up doing background acting. My older brother getting into the film industry as well really introduced me to the world of just being a creative professionally, employed and self-employed or contracted. It really made me realize that I don't have to have like an office job like I really was conditioned to have, because I did work in a lot of customer service, admin, 9-to-5 work. I guess I got to a point where I realized like, okay, there's work and industries out there that I can actually impact with my skills and my talents and my interests, and I can do it with full burning passion. Here I am like 5 years since, you know, that realization, and I wouldn't go back. There's nothing I wouldn't change, honestly. I've always been interested in like the behind the scenes of music videos and movies and shows, the blooper reels and stuff like that. Being background, I've always been able to see realistic potential in any creative idea because of my exposure to the film and TV industries, and I'm so fucking thankful for having that under my belt. Truly. So insightful for me and incredibly brain altering. My parents also had me in all sorts of sports and activities, which really kept me interested in everything. I am a multidisciplinary artist. I embrace all mediums of creativity as much as possible, and if I don't already, I'm like really down to explore, because I love experimenting with like new mediums and seeing what I am natural at and what I'm not clearly natural at and need to like improve on. Doodling, painting, wood burning, videography, macrame, like even physical, dancing, swimming, singing. I even love being like a muse when I like have modeled. Honestly, any creative outlet or hobby, I really seek relief from and inspiration from. So I am, and if you couldn't tell already, a neurodivergent of sorts. Stepping into creativity professionally and personally has really brought me far beyond coping. I'm not just coping with my neurodivergence. I feel so empowered through my creativity. That has really brought me so much healing and expansion and ultimately growth. To the core, that's how I got here, was learning to step into my creativity, and at the beginning thought I was just learning to cope with my neurodivergence, and then I actually realized, oh, like I'm actually stepping into my career path. It's just full circle. It's full circle.
It's a circle.
That's kind of nice.
It's not like a triangle. Triangle has like a corner in the end. This one is a circle.
So I actually wanted to read a little bit of my journal. I feel compelled to right now, with inspiration from Hitomi. I've been watching her for a few years now, and she was actually one of the first YouTubers that I got into in my adult life, because there was a while where I just avoided YouTube and watching videos and consuming content on that platform just because it felt so monetized, and I don't know how to explain it, but I am back and enjoying some of the content creators that are on this platform, like Hitomi and Jesse Nyberg, Edgy Katrina. Oh my god, I can't even think. They just authentically share their creations as the artists and the beings they are. I wanted to, you know, share some of the people who give me inspiration musically and beyond music. These are people who I draw inspiration from beyond their craft, beyond music. So like through their storytelling, through their subtleties, it goes beyond genre as well for me. Gal Costa, George Bain, Baby Consuelo, to, oh my god, I'm blanking right now because you know when you try to make a point or you have something to say, you start freestyling, and I'm not going off the script right now. So, anyways, thinking. Daniel Caesar, FKJ, Kali Uchis, Erica Badu, Outcast, Tyler the Creator. These people have really opened doors for me creatively, and people like my older brother, my mentors, the people within the graphic design community, the people who have been on, you know, in my career path, who have only have shared genuine feedback with me that helped me reach new limits, you know, like that collaboration feeling. Everyone's addition to what the creation is, it brings a project or an idea to a new potential that it could never have known without it being brought to people who are safe enough for you to receive feedback from and also give feedback to when there's ideas brought to you. This type of connection and networking and, you know, community of people, whether they're like just acquaintances that are kind of general to you or like people who genuinely like in your deeper inner circle. You need safety in all these different levels of relationships that you have. So, and like understand your safety within those different relationships to know like how to reserve your energy and avoid burning out. I'm an introvert, which is literally someone dead smack in the middle of being an extrovert and an introvert. I am both. On high energy days where I love socializing with people, I love hearing people's voices, I love like, witnessing my friends' personalities and like, you know, just catching up with them and hearing their stories and receiving our ideas and sharing ideas and consuming content together, consuming nourishment together, and consuming, you know, adventure and childlike playing together. That is one version of, I guess, extrovertedness where like I love being on the go. However, when I'm more introverted, I genuinely just want to be like either like alone in bed. Hold on. Ooh. And sometimes without getting to a point of burnout or exhaustion, like I just feel more introverted. Like I just wake up or I get to a point in my day where I'm ready to be in solitude and to bask in just being, you know, alone with my thoughts, whether they're in my head or out loud. I love being able to perceive things in real time, like out loud, and not having anyone perceive that. I am not afraid to also have my thoughts and opinions perceived by people in my circle or people that I have relationships with. I'm not afraid to just be myself. However, on introvert days, I just feel compelled to, you know, be reserved. Honor the strength it takes to be silent. Honor the strength that it takes to be alone. And digest the lessons that have fallen into my path that are signs essentially trying to reveal more truths to me and more healing. I find that signs are your intuition. Hi, baby. Signs are your intuition and your angels giving you guidance, and when you ignore those signs, you'll never get the grand revelation. When you really receive your messages and your signs, I just find that it leads you to a deep reflection. It might be unpleasant, it might be uncomfortable, but I definitely can admit that it reveals such truth and healing. It just unlocks opportunities. It brings you back to like inner child healing. And then like it's so true. Hitomi said this in a video that I watched today, and I'll link it below or something, but she pretty much explained that like when you heal like yourself, all those before you and their traumas, they heal through our existence. So when I'm in my introvert era or in my introvert mood, I feel like I'm doing the Lord's work really. When I'm having my extrovert time, like I connect with my friends and kind of share what I've learned with them, but like I don't always have people around me when I'm actually processing. But when I do, it's so received. Like I have people in my life, but the people who hold me back as well in their life, it's so nice to be accepted and received from people who are just so genuine and supportive and loving and passionate and just as playful as me. I do romanticize every aspect of relationships that I have, and even the time alone that I spend, I romanticize it all. So I think that transition between one and the other isn't hard for me to experience. However, when that happens, when my internal clock switches from one to the other, I need to honor it, or it's just self-sabotage. If I self-sabotage by not listening to my omnivert clock, oh, there's a plane. I get overstimulated, I can, you know, get to a point of depression, I can get to a lot of anxiety, uncontrollable body anxiety. These are all signs of like physical stress and physical dis-ease that happens when I ignore my internal clock. So I call that self-sabotage, or when I ignore like a higher self act of love type of thing. So yeah. So, here we go. I'm such a lucky human. Beyond the glory of being a highly cultured woman, I'm a lucky person. Within every realm of my own being, I recognize the privileges that advance me. The more I reflect on all the synchronicities around and within me, the more harmony settles into my life. The signs that catch my attention always confirm that God, my angels, and nature itself is always guiding me towards high lessons and high rewards. My ability to honor all scales of my blessings continues to strengthen my intuition and presence. It's magic. In reflection of my birthday weekend and Cancer season, I feel doors opening before me that connect myself and those I love to our highest selves. Okay, I think I'm just on a roll from hearing myself talk, but I just came to the conclusion of like, I often postpone and just straight up loafed on making videos, content of, and just posting and just having myself out there because I always struggle to fit myself into a niche. I am a graphic designer, I am a nature lover, I am a crafty girl, I'm a DIYer, I'm a fashion girly, I'm a music girly, I'm a connoisseur of different things, I'm a traveler, I'm an adventurer, you know, like I'm all these things. It's really hard for me to like niche myself down because all these things are just so passionately alive within me and through me. So I've decided just now that I'm gonna try my best to focus on graphic design and maybe even self-care, but at my core, I'm multidimensional and there's just no containing that. There's no sectoring it off. I can the best way I will try, but there is gonna be a lot of crossover because I am so multitudinous. Yes. Period. I'm literally so multitudinal down to my genetic makeup. There is so much mixture within my blood. I, by nature, am not meant to be categorized so easily. So yeah, period. That's it. That's it. That's my truth and my being explained in a nutshell.
This cafe, like the Credit River, is one of my safe spots. That means whatever way I feel when I visit a safe spot, I feel safe to hold space for myself until I feel grounded or back to myself. I don't have to mask when I go to a safe spot. So this safe spot is one of my favorite places to remotely work. All the baristas I've become friends with over time, and same goes for the local regulars. Working at home for so long has made me realize what type of tasks can be done in a co-working or public space, and what type of task has to be done in a pure, unbothered, completely isolated space. In public working spaces, I generally will be answering emails, organizing my business's admin or the admin of some of my client projects. Sometimes I can get into research like competitor or SWOT analysis or copywriting. It's just visual creation that is almost intimate to me. So it has to be done in my home office, which is really the ultimate safe spot. If you've made it all the way to the end, thank you for watching and listening. I appreciate your time and space, and I hope you learn to incorporate more balance in your daily life, one habit at a time. Till our next chit chat and dilly dally. Ciao for now. Ciao for now. Thank you.
Come along with me.
Anyways, yeah.